Hello everybody, I am Zap. This is Star Trek Armada 2 Fleet Operations, and this is another tournament game of the Winter 2018 tournament. Today we have ShadowDeGrey versus Geoff the Tyrant. Geoff the Tyrant in red is a sporting Borg, much like ShadowDeGrey's last opponent, who was old-time pro. And ShadowDeGrey is again playing as Klingons, Martok Klingons. The map is Duel II, pretty much the standard default go-to 1v1 map. And the Borg is Assimilate. Now this is an interesting pick. You don't usually see the Assimilate avatar. By the way, you can tell it's Assimilate because there is no avatar text on the miner. The optimized avatar gets an extra bonus to the defense value on the miners. And this one doesn't have that. So, typically people pick optimize because the optimized avatar gets cheaper chassis, and the assimilate avatar, while he can still do most things that the optimized avatar can do as well, it can't quite do them as efficiently. But it gets access to some very specific and very nice toys. Now, if Shadow sees what he's up against, he will probably try to counter these. These things mainly being assimilating assimilators or combat assimilators, which are really your only two options as an assimilator, as an assimilate Borg. And well, I'm going to be interested in seeing what Geoffrey is trying to pull here. He has started with 2 miners on his Tritanium. The second miner is unfortunately not going to do anything until the first one is up, but starting off with Tritanium as an Assimilate Borg is basically mandatory, especially if you want to build assimilating assimilators, as they cost a lot of Tritanium. I assume he has finished Energy Nodes 1 already. He's moving his constructor forward, as is usual. Oh! I don't think he has finished Nodes 1. I think he has bought Sheer Resistance is Futile because his connections are exactly 20 points above what they should be. And as an Assimilate avatar, your assimilators cost 24 connections, so you can build exactly one, exactly now, very early. Shadow is trying to secure his expansion. Mining station, nothing to actually secure it yet. Quebec's gonna do decent, they have decent crew. He hasn't popped the chassis yet. Shadow is very well aware that that he is building that assimilator. He has opted for 3 miners. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the assimilator rush as it is described in the guide, because usually people don't go for 3 miners until told otherwise. He's not gonna have enough Tritanium to build this right now, I believe. Because these things cost a lot of Tritanium. He hasn't spent any money on Nodes 1. There is less Tritanium. There's a chassis. Gonna be at least a couple hundred more to actually build the assimilator. One... Do we have one? Yeah, it looks like we have just one Quebec out right now. If this thing starts constructing and maybe the second Quebec is out, they're not going to have... Oh yeah, there it starts. They're not going to be able to do much against an assimilator this soon. Ah, yes. You can see here the avatar bonus of the assimilator on the assimilate avatar, plus 20 points of defense. It's just a huge increase, which makes assimilators the ship that assimilate avatars usually do. Because they're pretty damn squishy when you build them as optimized. Not to mention more expensive and less useful. Because you get a better module choice as the assimilate avatar. Now Shadow has built a yard on his expansion to secure this place against raiding. He's building interestingly... Oh, he stopped the Bird of Prey facility. Well, because I was gonna say, Bird of Prey are usually pretty easily assimilate because they have low crew. No, he's double yarding Quebecs, which have a decent 85 crew. And the assimilator's done. What is it? It is 1 assimilate, 1 beam, 1 torpedo module. That is a pretty mixed bag. Now, this is mostly offensive, but it also can assimilate. If you put 2 assimilate modules on there, it assimilates 6 crew per second instead of just 3. But instead you get this extra beam weapon or the extra torpedo damage. It's like a torpedo damage reduction, but it's not usually that important, that passive. 53, 58, 53. Pretty damn balanced stats on this ship, if I may say so. Deals a lot of pain. Won't kill anything right next to the yard. Now, one thing that assimilators are known for is assimilating space yards. Especially these 200 crew early game yards like the Field Yard Center. But he's not using his assimilating beam any yet. He's choosing to attack the middle extension of the yard, which is reasonably squishy. It's going to prevent him from building some more ships. Possibly force him to cancel the Quebec that is in build right now. Which is good. It's a victory. But still I try to assimilate one of the miners or something. Maybe get the crew in the yard down. Nah, with just 1 assimilate module you're not going to get this. Yep, there goes. Shadow has cancelled construction at Quebec. 3rd Quebec just finished up here. Assimilator is tanking, but it's taking damage. Oh, he started a probe just to get something extra out. Some extra firepower, some extra DPS. He cannot really kill anything right next to the yard. He's even rebuilding a central facility. Put more Quebecs. But he's trying to attack the center now. I mean, if you really want to attack the center, just go for it from the beginning. Oh well, probably didn't know what he was going to do with this just yet. Probe is just forcing his ship to repair and not shoot the assimilator. I mean, if these Quebecs, especially now that there are 3 on it, continue shooting the assimilator, it is going to go down eventually. They do have a decent hull pool and some regeneration, but, well, it will go down eventually. Now the probe is just tanking, which is going to die soonish. Yeah, he started Quebec production radio. He's retreating the probe. Shadow was a little bit quicker with his fingers there. He maybe could have sent those ships here further to the right to cut off the probe's escape path. But this probe is out of the fighting for a long time now anyway. And alone it's not gonna do any raiding. Now, meanwhile, Shadow has also expanded on top right. More Quebecs, because why wouldn't you build more Quebecs always in every case ever? Meanwhile, the Assimilator is at about half health, and so is the Field Yard. He has still not used his assimilation beam on anything. Hope I didn't forget about it. That would suck. And he's building a Dode. Did you build that just now, or did you build it earlier? Doesn't seem like it's taking particularly long, so it's not a turret. He's deciding the Assimilator's head has taken enough firepower. Oh, did he shoot the central facility? I don't want to criticize too much, but if you'd shot the central field yard from the start, then you'd probably have gotten it better. Now he's panicking, actually using his special. Reducing the crew of this Quebec, putting it into yellow crew, which means it will shoot a reduced rate of fire, but it's, I'm afraid it's too late for this Assimilator. The rush has killed the yard extension, which is cheaper for the There it goes, which is cheaper for the Martok avatar anyway, and cancelled the construction of a... delayed the construction of a Quebec. Oh, there's actually a popped Katinga. But achieved not much else aside from keeping Shadow under the fence here, tying up his warships. But Shadow has taken this opportunity and expanded literally everywhere else, except the center and the Borg's natural, I guess. Oh, no, except the center. He's even going to the Borg natural, putting it on a research station. Where's the Dode? Here's the Dode. It's an intercept region. That's not usually something you see a lot. 22, 26, 25, yeah. Now a Dode alone, even if supported by a probe, is not going to do much. Shadow knows what's going on. I think Geoff threw that game with the Assimilator. He didn't really... It feels like he didn't really know exactly what he should be doing with the Assimilator now that he had built one. Here's a second regen adaptation Dode. These things are weird regen adaptation. They don't tank much better than just pure adaptation, and they don't get the special, and the damage is just so much worse. Now, Quebecs don't do particularly badly against those, but not particularly well either. They still take the full damage, although they don't get disabled nearly as often because of their special. Probe's gonna eat it. Tank. Well, that's one ship down. Switching from Assims into Dodes. I don't know about that. Oh, here's the quote-unquote big fleet. They can definitely take these two hybrid Dodes. He hasn't expanded or anything. I assume he has nodes 1 by now. And collective connections, 10 collective connections, yeah, looks good. Well, I really have no idea what the Borg could do now to win this. I think following up with a second Assimilator would have been the better choice. And going for actually assimilating assimilators and try to assimilate miners, stations, or... Well, they're not going to engage you off their expansion, of course. But assimilating stations is pretty nasty. It's hard to pull off with just 1 or 2 assimilators, but as soon as you get 3 of them, it's nasty. And there Geoff calls it. I don't know if he really could have done much more with that initial SM. Well, Shadow played this well. Geoff unfortunately didn't, and this is definitely Shadow's victory, so I guess there we go. It's GG. And I'm out.